Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be doing our weekly recap for March 12th through March 16th. So there isn't a whole lot to really cover, so we're going to be going over some stuff that I was tracking this week over on Facebook and posted it. And then, not a whole lot really happened this week. There was a couple businesses that did their earnings. I believe Dollar Store was one of them that I was watching. I like to watch TJ Maxx, Ross, and Dollar Store. These are all sort of, low income, thrift, not really thrift, but if these companies are doing really well, I like to watch them just to see how not the middle class and lower class, they typically like to buy items at these stores. So if they have good earnings and report good earnings, that's because more people are going to these facilities and spending their money there instead of going to say Target or Kroger's or say somewhere else a little bit higher up where they would spend more money on not as discounted items. So let's go ahead and cover some stuff over on Facebook. We'll talk about the three indexes. We'll take a quick look at my M1 Finance portfolio comparison to the indexes, what we lost this week. And that's basically it. What's going to be going on next week? So let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, Monsanto, first thing on the week, on this was actually Thursday. There wasn't a whole lot that happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't really track a whole lot. So Thursday, Monsanto released. Actually, yeah, they were getting tied up because there was a report that there was a pending takeover by Bayer, or Bayer, however you would pronounce that. So they did drop 5%. I believe both of them dropped. I believe Bayer had dropped by 3% and Monsanto had dropped by 5%. And then Walmart, they're in the process of getting sued by a former executive who says that they conducted their numbers on the e-commerce side incorrectly, misleading the e-commerce results in the battle of Amazon. Walmart had posted results that they had gone up on their e-commerce end by I think it was between like 20 to 30%, which people thought that was okay, but their stock still fell a lot last week due to their earnings. I believe they fell around 10%. I know it's in one of my portfolios, and I think that's going to be hurting Walmart here in the short term, and especially once those numbers do get fixed and come out, you're going to see Walmart get hammered. I know Jeremy over at the Financial Education channel talked about 5 stocks he would not invest in, one of them being Walmart. So we did our stocks with ex-dividends next week, so we took around 40 stocks. We had some great looking stocks in there, so we actually came up with 8 stocks that have PEs under 25, yields greater than 2. So we want something that's below the S&P 500 average. So the average right now is around 27. We also want something that if we invest our money in, it's going to increase or at least pay out a decent dividend. So 2% for every $100. That's pretty nice. $2 for every 100. And then you also get that capital appreciation in there. So if you're invested in stocks such as these here, these are all great. 8 stocks. So we had ticker symbol CAR, CINF, Plow, Main Street Capital was the only one there that I really know. LVS, I have that in there twice. DSW, and then Portland Electric. That one's here in Oregon. That's pretty local. I believe it's up north. They actually provide our utilities here. So very good companies. 8 of them, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them I just added LVS in there twice, which is why I had 8. But they're all great stocks. They all have rising revenue, net income, free cash flow. Check out that video if you guys want to know how we did the whole screening process on there. And then some stuff that's coming up next week. So because there wasn't a whole lot going on this week, there are some things that I'm looking forward to next week. So let's go ahead, next week's outlook. So this is a picture I posted over here on Friday, I believe. So yeah, 17 hours ago. Russia has their election on Sunday. Many people believe that President Putin will get re-elected for, I believe it's the second or third time now. And then Monday, some governor thing. Wednesday is the main event that I am looking for, because Wednesday is where the new chairman, Mr. Powell or Chairman Powell or whatever, he'll decide on whether we're going to have another interest rate increase. So we're due to have 3 to 4. They're over on Bloomberg. I was listening to them all day. They were doing a little vote. How many do you think we still have left for the year? Some people said 3, some people said 4. It really depends, and this is going to hurt the markets. I believe on Wednesday you're going to see them have a pullback. So what I plan on doing is, I don't want to keep it through the pullback. So I think I'll sell off on Tuesday, prior to closing, and then just kind of wait for Wednesday for everything kind of settle down. If everything dips 1-2%, I don't believe it's going to go anywhere higher right now. Right now, the stock market, if you watch the S&P 500, if you watch the NASDAQ, the DOW, these things are going up and down. Every week it's going up 1, it's going back 1, so it's teeter-tottery, and it's kind of going sideways right now. It's building. It's either going to fall or it's going to climb, and right now it's really indecisive. There's a lot of things hanging in there. We have tariffs and interest rates, and then Friday we have the potential U.S. government shutdown, I believe. I don't know if they're going to be shutting down again. I do see it kind of happening unless they do another extension. So that's basically it, what's going to be covering next week. So let me know what you guys are doing on Wednesday or prior to Wednesday before the chairman's supposed to speak. Do you plan on holding your stocks through that? I've been actually playing quite a bit on selling and buying, buying and selling some of my stocks on dips. And not all the time. If it dips during the day, say like 1%, 2%, I will buy, wait for the recovery, and then sell off at a peak. So I've been watching one stock fall between around 147 and then peaks out right around 158. So I sell off at 158, half of my positions, wait for it to kind of come down into the 150 or 140 range, and then lower end of 150 or higher end of 140, buy some more in, hold it, and then kind of go from there. So that's been kind of my plan here. So that's everything over on Facebook. As far as the indexes go, 5-day change, we are down 4 out of the 5 days. We are in the negative this week. So again, remember last week we were pretty positive. I believe everything went up around 1%. This week we are down 1%. I believe next week we're going to be down again, just due to the Fed chairman discussing interest rates. So here we are down 1.24. Dow Jones down 1.54. So any sort of gain that it did have on the year, this one was up around 2% a few weeks ago. It is now down year to date, only up 0.92. 5-day change down 1.54. The NASDAQ is still positive. I do have a position in the NASDAQ, one of the ETFs that's tracking it. So this one is down right now. 5-day change down 1.04%. Still up year to date 8.38%. So good overall here. Technology has been doing really well, and I think it'll continue to do really well. I was going to go over some news over on Merrill Edge, but they're currently doing some scheduled maintenance. Let me go ahead and see if I can refresh it and if it comes back up. It did not come back up, so they're currently down. So over on M1 Finance, I'm still doing some fun stuff over here. So overall my portfolio is only down 2.5%, so that's not really that bad. I've been adding in my $10 every single week. It's been able to average down, add different dividends. So actually what we can talk about here is the dividends that was paid out for this portfolio. So here we're down only 2.49%. Some of that was this week. So if we click on the week one, so the indexes here went down 1.24, 1.54, 1.04. So the M1 portfolio actually lost the least out of the 3 indexes. So that means this portfolio is again pretty strong, it's pretty resistant. It does have some stocks here that were hit pretty hard this week, such as Walmart. Walmart is still down for the year, so for the entire time. Walmart is down in my portfolio 11%, and that's what's really kind of hurting the portfolio. Cisco's keeping, it's kind of neutralizing it, but between the balance of the portfolio, there's a lot of great stocks in here that have just been kind of going down lately, such as AT&T, Johnson & Johnson, Kimberly-Clark, but a lot of these over the long term, which is what this portfolio is designed for, will recover and then also pay out dividends in that time. So some of the activity that went on recently, so we had 2 trades that took place. So I added some money in on Monday. All I did, big transfer, $10 in. It was able to purchase 10 worth of shares. It had 2 or 3 cents sitting on the sidelines, so I was able to spend $10.02. It bought Walmart because it is down the most in my portfolio. It's able to average down for me, and then it bought some Simon Property Group. Now, I did get paid out some dividends this week, so if we click on here, dividends, and go to our dividends here, so similar to what we talked about, I believe last week we talked about this week I was supposed to get paid out by Praxair, so they paid out $1.97, and then Johnson & Johnson paid out $2.29. So that's $4.26 that was paid out in dividends. Next Monday, you know what's going on? I get another $10 deposit into my account. That's going to reinvest $14 and some change back into those stocks that are, it's able to average down, lower my buy-in cost. So it's really helping my portfolio. It's going to eventually teeter-totter into the positive over the next, few weeks or months. So no biggie there. So that is basically it as far as what we're going to be discussing in the markets today, and just kind of going at it. So some of the top daily gainers today: Walmart, Caterpillar, Kimberly-Clark, so they're coming back. Some of the losers today were Avery, Altria, and Praxair. So that is pretty much it. Still a lot of discussion about Trump, President Trump, having to get talked to from the, not Mueller, but the new one. I believe, okay, but anyways, I'm not going to jibber too much. So that is basically it for what was tracking this week. Look forward, again, next week. Let me know. I wonder, that's kind of funny, I could tag people in here. So looking ahead, watch out for next week. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing. Are you going to be staying invested the entire time? Are you guys thinning down your portfolio? I thinned my portfolio down from 20 stocks invested. I'm invested still in the same Roth IRA stocks. I hold everything within my Roth IRA the same. My IRA is still holding Apple. That's my only long-term stock in Apple. And then my cash managed account, that's where I'm able to just kind of buy and sell in there. I've been picking up different shares of S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, and buying low, selling high, and just either, if it does dip down 1 or 2%, I'll pick up some more on the dip and then wait for it to recover, and then I'll sell half at the top to kind of keep positive. So that is basically it for this video. Let me know how you guys have been this week. And if you have any questions or want to say hello, please leave a comment below, and I will always reply back to you guys. As a friendly disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor or tax professional. The information provided is my opinion for entertainment and fun. This is not investment advice. This is just me as a financial investor trying to help others make their money work for them. And that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.